Welcome. The BeatDown podcast is here. We're going
Episode
MMA
one.
boxing episode one. We're excited. I'm excited,
I'm excited.
and we got a lot to talk about this week.
Yeah.
Perfect time to drop episode 1.
The redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming.
Nah, man. It couldn't happen, but it did happen. Mike
it kinda
Bisping
did.
knocks out Luke Rockhold, round 1 of UFC 199 main event. I couldn't believe it. My wife was laughing at me because I was like, holy shit, he did it. I can't believe he did it. But he did it.
He fucking did it,
After
man.
losing the first
And
fight.
You know what? Good. Fuck Luke Rockhold.
Damn.
You can't look that good and be a world champion. Fuck
Nah.
that. Fuck
Nah.
that. No. He looks way too good. He's a stud. But he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Got his head bounced off the cage like a fucking bowling ball.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, hey,
hell
but
of a
you know
fight.
what? That was an even fight going up to until Mike Bisping caught him with that left hook.
Well, what I saw in Rockhold, overconfidence, obviously.
Yep.
A little sloppy, very slow. He wasn't reacting off of Bisping's punches. He was kind of, he came in with the sloppy, extended jab. Bisping met him in the middle, gave him his whole center. One quick hook to the body with another hook to the top of the head, and it was over. And what you saw there is a lot of experience by Bisping.
Yeah.
Calm, controlled, followed him through. Another short right hand put him back down on the mat. It was fucking awesome.
But Bisping's been around a long time. This is like its 10th year. He
10
finally
years,
gets a shot at the title, dude.
Do you think it's
And-
well deserved? Like,
Oh,
damn,
man.
he's always been at that fucking cup.
He's always been there and always got knocked down by somebody.
Yeah.
I think it was well deserved. Remember, I told you I'm not mad at the main event. It's a great
It's a good main
feeling.
event, yeah.
It was a good feeling.
Yeah.
At that time, that's what made sense because Jacare was injured.
He had a knee problem.
Weidman, obviously, he pulled out. He was injured. That's the only fight that made sense.
Yeah.
Best at that time.
Just got
ready to
done
go.
beating Anderson Silva. Like, come on, give the man a shot at the title. Give him a shot. And he fucking took advantage of it. And now he's the new heavyweight champion. Middleweight champion. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, what do you think's next for him though?
Of
Because-
course, there's Jacare.
Yeah, but he's gonna be six months out.
6 months out, really?
He's got a pretty good injury.
Yeah, that knee was a pretty bad
And then
injury.
obviously Weidman. I'm hearing Weidman may be taking a year off because
He
of his
should.
injury.
He should. He had real bad, a spinal injury in the upper neck or lower neck, I guess. And fuck
For
that,
sure, you don't
man.
have to show the people where it's at.
They know. The people know. Luke Rockhold, Bisping 3.
But do you really think he should get an immediate rematch? He didn't even defend the belt once, which is why I think
But who else is out there?
What I think exactly why we're doomed didn't get his because he didn't defend the belt once.
True, but again,
But
you
who
got
else
the
is out
cards.
there?
You got the cards on the table. No one else available.
What about after
Maybe
the
a
suspension?
Uriah Hall?
Maybe. I could see Uriah Hall. Maybe.
Uriah Hall.
What about Yoel Romero? I know he's coming off of his suspension, but he'll be right
Coming
in time
off
for
a
that.
loss, though. He did come off a loss versus Jacare. So
Yeah.
it's hard to defend that. It's hard to say, he deserves it, but he did come off a loss. Of course, the whole, got popped with the drugs. So it's a tough case to make. But either way,
He's on that Barry
there's-
Bonds shit.
There's a little bit of mixture going on in the middleweight division now. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's finally exciting. Anderson held that thing for so long,
Years, man.
but
Goat.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. But it's nice to kind of see now the title being passed through different dudes.
Change the pace.
It kind of keeps it
Again,
exciting.
especially someone like Bisping, man. Like he deserved it. Been in the game for. I remember he was on the Ultimate Fighter, man.
Yeah,
There's like 14 of those things now. Probably
there's more.
Or way
There's
more,
more.
probably. Yeah, I haven't watched those things in a long time, but yeah, man, that was a big fight. And of course, the co-main event, Faber versus Cruz. And we didn't make picks. We didn't make predictions for this card, but I wanted Faber to win. I wanted Faber to come in, take the title, and just retire and say, "Hey, Cruz, you want this title? You got to fight for it again." Just the ultimate fuck you. But of course,
Nah,
didn't happen like that.
nah.
Not at all.
No, exactly what I thought was going to happen. Cruz by decision. But there were
Would you
several.
say he cruised to a decision?
Ooh, you're punny,
Yeah.
sis. You're
Boom.
punny.
Real
You're
quick.
punny, sir. No, he it was one of those fights where it was kind of, to me, predictable. I mean, besides the first time they ever fought, Cruz has improved so much.
Yeah.
Compared to Faber, as
just-
far as obviously Faber's been more active, but Cruz can't help that. You get hurt, you get hurt.
Yeah, what you saw a lot in Faber was his age. You know, he wasn't, the shots weren't there, his speed wasn't there, the takedown defense wasn't there, and I know Cruz started off strong with the grappling in the first round. Kind of out-muscled Faber a little bit in the first round. So, that's just going to show you that, time catches up with everybody, and Faber's been at the top for a long time. In WEC, he was undefeated for how long? He's been in the game for a while, so I think it's about time for.
But do you think the UFC is that desperate to give Uriah Faber a title? Because every single time somebody gets hurt,
title shots has he got?
I think it's like 4
or 5.
4 UFC title shots, and he
surprised
cannot
5.
win the damn thing. Hey, for sure, you should retire and stick to real estate.
Yeah, he's making a killing off real estate, man.
Yeah, he's a beast,
Might as
but
well do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know at 135. I don't know if I see anybody beating Cruz. Obviously, the only guy maybe to come close to it, who can possibly do it with the rematch, is probably TJ. Well, I mean, now you got some good Cody Garbrandt coming up.
He said, I would like to see him fight someone else, maybe even Callaway. Just came off a win for Frontmaster Flex.
That's a good
strong
fight.
win, yeah.
That's a good fight.
Maybe get Cody another fight out there, then maybe you get a contendership spot. Of course, TJ, that was a close fight. I'm surprised they didn't give TJ the immediate rematch.
Well, he only defended his belt once.
Still,
against the same guy.
It was a close fight, though. It's a fucking close fight. It
was a close fight. It was a close fight, but there was no drama as far as who won. There was no. We knew Cruz won that fight.
Yeah.
So it made sense to me.
For me, I want to see Mighty Mouse move up 35. Mighty Mouse has cleaned that division out.
Yeah. I mean, they're just finding anybody to give. Hey,
they're pretty much.
Excuse me, sir. Do you walk dogs? Okay, you can fight Mighty Mouse.
You trained before? High school? Yeah. Hey, get a title shot.
Hey, did you play dodgeball? Because if you play dodgeball and you weigh 125 pounds, you can fight Demetrius Johnson
for the championship.
Yeah, you're qualified.
What's that?
There's nobody to fight.
What's
for
that?
him.
What's that? You train UFC? Please come on down.
Hey, do you
come
own EA Sports UFC video game? Because if you do, you're qualified to fight Demetrius Johnson.
I mean, come on. They made. I don't know how. It was confirmed, and apparently they took it back because they saw how ridiculous of an idea it was. But apparently, the next Ultimate Fighter, the winner was supposed to be the contestant was supposed to be all fighters, all champion fighters, and the winner of that was going to fight for the title for the 125 title.
That's a reach.
How fucking crazy
That's a reach.
Is that?
That's ridiculous.
You serious?
Hey, but you know what?
Let's just make up a whole show.
Real quick
Let's just make up a whole show. And the winner will fight him.
Hey, real quick though, what happened with Matt Serra whenever he fought GSP for the title after winning Ultimate Fighter?
Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah, exactly. He got the title. It was one of those Mike Bisping things where it shocked the shit out of him.
And I think it was one of just wasn't prepared for it, didn't prepare for him, and overestimated him. He won, but I mean, Matt Serra's a beast though. So
Matt Serra is awesome, man.
Yeah,
that Long Island, New York.
But a lot of options there for Cruz, and I'm glad he's on top and not getting injured. That's a very important thing. Not getting injured.
I think he did the right thing though, staying away, letting his body fully heal.
Yeah. And
he's still, to me, the best 135 pounder in the world.
I'm sorry. If I heard from a recent interview, like you can never come. No one's ever said, I waited too long to come back from an injury. You know what I mean?
Right.
That he set it out and was able to heal properly.
Yeah.
Get the full rehab on his leg, and come in strong and get the title back.
Yeah.
And now, he's undefeated. No one's ever defeated Cruz. So
yeah, he did his damn thing though.
For sure.
The only thing about Mighty Mouse I don't like about this, I think Mighty Mouse is in that range of mini fighters who are perfect in their division and are too small for the next.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about
Because,
him.
you know,
And
people
I don't
forget that Cruz and Mighty Mouse fought before.
yeah.
And when you saw that fight, it was a significant size difference.
Oh,
Like,
huge.
yeah,
But huge. Cruz is huge for 135.
Yes.
He's tall. He's
But it
lame.
wasn't like, you know, muscular. It wasn't overpowering to him. But, I mean, the difference there, and a lot of people may see, like, oh, you're just picking on a smaller guy. But Mighty Mouse is a fucking monster.
You know what your fight is? You know what your good fight is, though?
What's that?
Cruz moving up to 145 and going against McGregor or somebody.
I don't like that.
Why?
I don't like that fight. No.
No, that's
Too
a good
small,
fight,
too
Jim.
small.
No, what are
Well-
you talking about? He's huge.
Dude,
For 135.
Don't get for 135.
Cruz, yeah.
Moving up to 145.
To move, he's big for 135 compared to the other dudes.
Wow.
So 145.
But that-
I mean, that's a.
But the
that's
145
your fight.
division is so like
It's stacked.
it's. I
It's
mean,
stacked.
we're gonna move on
It's bottleneck right
to
now.
the Max Holloway. I mean, Max Holloway's on a 9-fight win streak. 9-5 win streak at
Yeah.
145. Like you're gonna put him over, you know, push him to the side.
No, you can't. No.
No.
But don't get me
Max
wrong.
Holloway deserves
Cruz
another
has still
shot.
got some stuff to take care of at 135. Rematch
Yeah.
with TJ.
Definitely.
If Barrow decides to drop back down, you know what I mean? There's a few fights
Yeah.
for Cruz at 135. But if he clears that out, why not jump up to 145 and let's say fight Max Holloway, Edgar, you know, Aldo,
I'm
one of those top guys, and see how you do. And if whoever has the belt at that time, if it's Connor, if it's Aldo, if it's what's his name, Frankie, then you know,
Yeah, I'm definitely not-
that's an immediate title match.
For me,
almost
I'm
for-
definitely not opposed to fighters moving up weight classes, especially just 10 pounds. Is not that much of a difference.
For sure, boxing
yeah.
every 4 pounds, get it
Every
right.
4 pounds, please don't do that. Anyway, moving on to Hendo.
Hendo, man,
Come
Hendo.
on,
I don't know. Apparently this dude doesn't age,
This guy's fucking
Um,
46 years old.
dude. He knocked him out. He
Cool.
fought
Hector Lombard.
Hector Lombard versus Dan Henderson. That first round, dude Lombard.
Hendo got caught, got rocked, but he survived. He said that
Some of
better.
those weird exchanges that only he knows how
Yeah.
to get into with those pride type days.
Talk
you
about
know?
that. Yeah, speaking of weird exchanges, how about that head kick into a elbow?
That was
When
the
the
weird-
hell have you ever seen Hendo throw a
Weird.
head kick?
weirdest thing before? Weirdest thing, and then he caught them. He caught him with those Mike Bisping type elbows on the ground.
Yeah,
you know, like he
kind of
he
just
did.
kind of went for the the H bomb into an elbow to the fucking face.
The elbow came back,
Yeah, you
back
went
and caught him
boom side. Come
and
on.
dropped him.
Oh,
him
well,
about 2
hey,
or 3 elbows on the floor.
Go a
He
week
was
before
out.
and tell you, hey, Hendo is gonna win this fight by knockout by elbows. Would you believe me?
Nope.
No.
No, who? And I don't know. If you put money on elbows, congratulations, sir. You're a
Yeah.
millionaire or man.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not sexist, but no, it's one of those things where, man, I love watching the dude fight, but honestly, sometimes I wish he would retire because I don't want to see the guy take more punishment because he's
Man,
been
he
in some
take-
wars,
He
dude.
took his punishment at the end. After the fight, he was saying this may be his last ride. He had his whole family there. Everyone went inside the octagon. It was a real touching moment. I almost cried a little bit,
Did you?
but no, I didn't.
Okay.
But I mean, it's that time, man. Even he knows it. It's good. I like to know when these fighters know it themselves and don't have to have someone show it to them by knocking their fucking head off
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, get the fuck out of here, old man.
Yeah.
It's my time."
Yeah, you definitely want to see those guys, those legends,
Yeah,
retire
on
at the
top
perfect
and-
spot.
Yeah.
And you know, kind of like Couture did. Couture kind of knew where he was at,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, I can't beat this new breed of fighter."
Yeah.
You know, Hendo somehow did it though.
Yeah.
What about Hendo versus? What if you gave him someone like Neil Magny? I think he would knock out Neil Magny.
Yeah, I think he could, but I say why risk it? I think Neil Magny is the guy that can outstrike him for sure. He's very lanky, very tall, very awkward fighter. He'll have a hard time trying to get him down to the ground. But I mean, I don't know. It depends. I think Hendo should go off on top on the Shield now while he's on top. And
I think so. And
right to the sunset.
Yeah, he came out and he said that like, hey, if Dana White UFC offers me like a good gig, I'll probably retire.
Yeah.
And he'd be a great ambassador because he's one of those guys, one of the great American MMA pioneers.
Like Matt Hughes get taken care of by the UFC.
Oh man,
very well.
Yeah,
he's all American.
That's
all
good,
American
man.
for sure. And again, back to Max Holloway. That's the next fight. Max Holloway defeats Ricardo Lamas. Unanimous decision.
Oh man, he'd be.
How about that? How about this last 20 seconds where they just right here? He points to the middle of the center of the octagon and said, "Let's fucking scrap. Let's fucking go."
But I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I love what Conor McGregor brings to the sport, but Max Holloway's probably the best 145 pounder right now. That motherfucker's good. And he's on another level. Like, is it a 9 or 10 fight win streak?
9 fight win streak.
Ridiculous.
Check this fucking kill list. Okay, just recently, Ricardo Lamas, Jeremy Stevens, Charles Oliveira. That was
Jeremy Stevens killed a guy.
Yeah,
Jeremy Stevens killed a guy 2 weeks ago or last week.
Destroyed him. Cub Swanson, Cole Miller. Come on. That's a hell of a list. That's a hell of a kill list, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give that man a shot and take him to Hawaii. Give him what he wants, and then also UFC send me some tickets to UFC Hawaii. That would be,
that would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but don't leave me out though. Send me some tickets too. At least 4 tickets. At least 4 tickets.
What's next? What's next for Ricardo Lamas? He's lost. I wouldn't say 3 in a row. Got knocked out by Chad Mendez. Lost. I mean. Definitely not cut, obviously. He's not cutting.
No, you can't cut.
This guy's one of the best out there.
It's probably the best division.
Yeah.
What about
the stacked division?
What about Ricardo Lamas versus? No, I can't. I don't know. Right now, 145 has got like a bottleneck up top.
I would say maybe a Club Swanson.
Well,
have they fought before?
No, I don't think so. I don't
sure.
think he's fought. That's a good fight though.
Yeah, why not?
That's a real good fight. What about But see, now we could say, what about Ricardo Lamas versus Jeremy Stevens?
Jeremy Stevens just coming off a win.
Yeah, but at the same time, Ricardo Lamas is ranked 4 or 5.
I think he was ranked 5 in this fight.
So that'd be one of those where he can kind of put him up there. Jeremy Stevens wise, put him up there versus the guy who's been in the top 5-ish. And maybe Jeremy Stevens can make a little run at that title because he's huge for that weight division.
He's big and strong, man.
He had knockout power at 155. He's
knocked out the champ at 155.
Yeah, and he's making noise at 145. He came in, beat Barao, who is one of the best pound for pound fighters.
A year ago, around this time, he was considered one of the best fighters in the world, and to get a good performance like that on a former champion,
just fucked him up twice.
Come on, man. Stop being on that board like that, dude.
No, come on, man.
Those Brazilians, man.
You gotta call it like I see it, sir. I'm not saying he was on
stuff,
but
is it the TRT? Is it the testing now that's killing these
Brazilians?
These fighters? You got a little specific there, man. Can't be saying the B word, man.
Oh man, come on, man. I'm just saying, like, ever since UFC implemented these new testing for all kinds of supplements or all kinds of illegal supplements and testosterone replacement therapy, it's killing these Brazilian fighters.
He's throwing it out there.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm not with this guy.
All of these fighters are mostly Brazilian. Every single one of these fighters, all of them are Brazilian.
That's very true.
Man, they're having a tough time, man. And it's because they don't test for shit down there.
Yeah, Brazil? You fuck, dude.
I don't even know if Brazil has an athletic commission. I think they just show up and they fight.
Yeah.
They just, sign real quick, the waiver.
All right, you ready to fight? So get some good jiu-jitsu on you?
Jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Right. So moving on.
Dustin Poirier.
Oh, man, I was excited for that fight, too.
Dustin Poirier is making some noise at 155.
I think
Bobby Green's no slouch, man. Then TKO in the first one.
I think Dustin Poirier could have probably beat McGregor at 145, but I think it was complete nerves. I think McGregor was in his head.
Definitely got into his head, and that fight would have. I think he probably would have still lost, but definitely not by knockout. I think just McGregor's the overall better striker, and then that of course that's Dustin Poirier's whole game is striking. So I believe he probably would have won or lost that fight. I think he would have lost it regardless. But I mean, again, he moved up to 155. He's making noise there. He's beating a game Bobby Green. Who do you got next for him? Who do you think?
Man,
At 155.
At 155, it's kind of hard to say for me who Poirier is going to win. Or Poirier is going to
I hate to put him out there because he's my boy, but he's fucking fell off so hard.
Who?
What about Pettis? Anthony Pettis.
That's not a bad fight.
Not bad.
That's not a bad fight.
Entertaining, you know, he's not something. They're both pretty well rounded.
Yeah, that's not a bad fight at all.
Have him in a.
That'd be a pretty exciting match.
Yeah, Pettis and Poirier, man, make it happen.
Yeah,
You're welcome, UFC.
You're welcome. There you go, matchmaker right here,
come
Marco.
on. Sign my check, please.
Yeah, no, that's a good fight. He definitely was one of the bigger guys at 145.
Definitely.
You know, he's always had that knockout power. I think he was one of the first dudes on that tap out show whenever they go out and they find their fighters. Poirier was, well, I think one of them.
No idea.
Maybe. But you know, there's actually a documentary. I can't remember what it's called, but I saw it on Netflix about. And one of the fighters in there, it's an MMA documentary. One of the guys in there is Dustin Poirier.
Is it Life of Jenkins? Isn't that the one with Anthony Pettis, wasn't it?
No, I don't know if Anthony Pettis is in there.
Who cares? I don't fucking care.
What about Dustin Poirier versus Donald Cerrone if he was at 155?
You think Donald Cerrone go back to 55?
Man,
I heard Donald Cerrone's making an announcement pretty soon. He may have another fight at 70. Again, I don't like him at 70.
I don't like him at 70.
I don't like him at 70. I think he's too small. I think he got, I think Cowboy Oliveira handled him up with pretty nice until he got him in the triangle. But
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who his next opponent is and see maybe he can make some noise at 170. Because God knows that motherfucker is game to fight anybody. So.
What about Poirier versus Edson Barbosa?
That's a good fight. That's also a good fight.
That's a good fight.
That's a real good fight.
That's a good fight. That's a good test for Poirier.
Yeah.
That's a good test for Barbosa.
I mean, you got Michael Johnson.
Motherfuckers.
You got Michael Johnson out there still. He's looking for a win. He just lost to Nate Diaz about December last year. So there's a lot of people making noise at 155. Definitely those anyone in the top 10 Poirier is looking for right now. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of good fights at 155 right now that could be made. Obviously Dos Anjos is the champ. But he's fighting who? Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah.
I don't like that fight.
That's gonna be the most boring fight.
That's gonna be a horrible fight, and I see it.
Is that on UFC 200?
No. I think that's
a
on
free fight. At least
Fox
they got their shit
Sports
together
or
and say, hey, we're not gonna make people pay for this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. As soon as Khabib gets his shot, though, I think he's gonna retain it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody beating that dude.
He's a fucking monster, man.
He's a beast, man.
Those fucking Russians, dude.
I know.
Wrestling bears and shit.
They're out there wrestling bears, man.
It's fucking bears.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. All right, man. So we're gonna move into boxing. Not a big weekend for boxing. There was actually a lot of fights.
Whenever you say boxing again?
Boxing.
Say it one more time?
Boxing. PBC.
No, say something else. Like something I would get excited about.
Conor McGregor.
Ooh, you see that boy? Dang.
Conor.
Now say boxing again?
Boxing. No.
No, right now. It's kind of at a not really a standstill, but it's kind of on sleep mode right now.
There's plenty of good fights that be made at boxing, but they just aren't being made.
Now that being said, though, there were some good fights this weekend.
It was some pretty good fights.
Some not high profile fights. They weren't high profile.
I think the biggest high profile was Francisco Vargas versus Orlando
Salido, man, Mexican.
What a great fucking fight. No, I didn't watch any of these fights live, but I got to watch them on Sunday. And I watched the Vargas Salido fight, and they went at it. It was one of those fights where, oh goddamn thing! I'm so glad I'm not a judge, but again, the judges copped out because it ended up being a draw at the end.
Yeah,
it's kind of a cop out. I could have saw Vargas pulling it out at the end. There was a quick, by far, like round of the year, round 6, when Vargas had Salido hurt, and then Salido just came back with a nasty hook. Wilder Vargas, and definitely in consideration for round of the year.
Yeah, there's round of the year consideraments, to be considered in this fight. People are talking fight of the year candidate already.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're halfway through the year.
It's good.
It's probably the best fight we've seen this half of the year, though.
Good old classic Mexican fight, style fight, the kind of fight that will make Trump reconsider the whole wall thing.
Yeah, for sure. Trump is
Let
going to
these
have to
mans
hire
fight. Let
these
these guys fight.
guys at the White House every single weekend so they can fight. And he's like, "This is going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
Hell, he might even use one or two of them to build the wall."
Yeah, he's going to have to. He's going to have to.
I don't know, but that was. I mean, man,
great
that was
fight.
a barn burner.
Jab, no jabs. I think they threw three jabs through the whole fight.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
For sure. Don't forget boxing.
Yeah, this is one of those fights that, with Vargas, he had the longer reach. If he would have stepped, one step back, kind of let that jab right hand come down the middle, he could probably saw a knockdown. Maybe he won the fight. But of course, it's that Mexican mentality, just going to get in there with their head down and start slugging. So
yeah,
great fight. If catch it, definitely it's on YouTube, so you can definitely watch it. Great fucking fight, really entertaining.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Yeah. Another one that was PBC is on a Friday night. Bartholomae versus Mickey Bey. This was a fight I wasn't too interested in. Then I watched it. It was pretty entertaining. Pretty close fight. Mickey Bey is one of those. I don't know why Antonio Tarver was doing an announcement for the fight. He was saying how Mickey Bey was a really strong power puncher. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Tarver? Mickey Bey is not a big power puncher. He's a volume puncher. He's in your face.
He's that Forrest Griffin type punches and bunches.
When's the last guy name the last guy Mickey Bey has knocked out?
I don't know. Does he play EA Sports UFC? Because I think I saw him.
Probably knocked him out.
Yeah.
Again, close fight.
Hector Lombard? No, him.
There was a knockdown in the second round. It was by a headbutt, very controversial. I didn't think it was a knockdown, but they counted as one for Mickey Bey. Even at that, they still had Bartholomae winning by split decision. I had him winning a little bit. It was definitely a unanimous decision for me for Bartholomae, and it was a good fight, man.
Good fight.
The pressure was there.
Do you think it was Do you think that this fight though warranted the split decision?
No.
No, I didn't think it was close.
No.
I clearly had where you would have said, "Oh, I don't know who won." They could have gone either way.
No, I saw Mickey Bey coming strong in the first half of the fight, and then after that, he kind of faded, and Bartholomae took over. He had the stronger punches, the sharper punches. He was more active. He was pressuring Mickey Bey, which was usually the Mickey Bey's tactic to pressure, volume punch.
Yeah.
So I saw it was I wouldn't say landslide, entertaining. He definitely stuck in there the whole fight, but it was definitely, I thought it wasn't a split decision. It should have been unanimous. And just with the whole Mickey Bey, like, he has talent. Yes, he has talent, and it reminds me a lot of these things with the TNT fighters. Like Floyd, obviously, he's a master of marketing.
Right.
He knows how to make money. He knows how to sell something. But the level of fighters that he's getting, not the best.
The best fighter they have is literally that 10-year-old motherfucker, Cash Flow.
Cash Flow.
He's probably, I don't know how old he is.
He's probably still 10.
He's probably
maybe,
like 10.
He's been a skateboarder
for the last 6 years.
He's like a fucking skateboarder too.
Shit, I
He's
don't
even
know,
a boxer.
man. I don't even know. There's nobody over there. Oh, hey, we got Ashley Theopain, or we got Ishay Smith. There's nobody. The best fighter they have right now.
Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is making noise, but again, he's pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Pretty one-dimensional fighter. He has explosive power. There's no denying that. He's strong and he can knock people's heads off. But you put him in with a good boxer, I like to see that. I like to see him with a top-level competitor when it's going to put some pressure on, outbox him. When his power's not there, I want to see if he's going to adapt, he's going to change. They're calling him the next Mayweather, but I don't see it at all.
Besides Mayweather, TMT doesn't have shit.
No, they don't. They don't have
a stable of fighters that come out of there. Nothing.
No.
Nothing. I think Roger Mayweather beat those motherfuckers any day.
Man, they don't know shit about boxing.
They don't know shit about
boxing. But with that being said, Mayweather's making an open campaign for Mikey Garcia.
well, I think his name's Mikey Garcia.
Mikey Garcia.
But
I put Mickey. So I'm gonna go with Mickey.
yeah, but that's what it says.
That's what
It
it
must
says.
be Mickey.
That's what I read. That's what I'm gonna go with.
But he's been after that for a while.
Couple months now.
But
Ever since Garcia got left out of his contract with Top Rank. You know when's the last time Mikey Garcia fought?
no, man, it's been
2000
forever.
I think it was 2014. I want to say.
But it's too long, man. And Mikey Garcia is one of those dudes that's one of the best. They
Now or never,
they even consider that dude to be like the future after Floyd and Pacquiao them stepped
Yeah.
away to be the future of the pay-per-view stars
Yeah.
for the sport of boxing.
But with
But
this-
it's one of those things where this contract dispute has been
With that
holding
kind
him
of
up.
with that kind of hiatus, it's only going to set him back. They said in recent interviews that he wants like 3 warm-up fights. Like 3 warm-up fights, man. You're in the prime of your career right now. You need to be getting in there right now.
Yeah, but you're talking about 3 warm-up fights for Mikey Garcia. You can schedule him every other week because he's so much better than almost everybody.
But yeah, why not put him in the top contendership right now? Okay, I understand
you don't want
one
that
warm-up
loss.
fight. You say give him 1 warm-up fight. I understand. He's been rested in 2 years, but you need 3, and then after 3 he wants to move to 140. He's big right now, man. I highly doubt he can make 135 anymore.
I highly doubt Marcos Maidana can make 278. But man, it's one of those things. I just want to see Mikey Garcia fight, dude.
Just get in the ring,
okay,
man.
so let's talk about Mikey Garcia at 140. Who do you think is a good fight for Mikey Garcia? Like if you had to make this is a fucking fight.
The winner of Pascal and Crawford.
Okay,
Come on now.
Whew.
Come on now.
That's a good one.
Come on.
That's a good one.
You got to make that fight.
Hey, you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing.
The same thing, sure. Yeah, right.
At 140, man. Oh man, I don't know.
So many people.
Yeah, there's so many good boxers at that 140, 147, 154-ish range.
A lot of people
but-
147. You got Broner. He probably won't go back to 140, but there's a lot of fighters at
That'd be a fight.
140,
If
135.
if Floyd wants to say,
If Mikey said he wants to eventually go to 147, but obviously that's going to be 2 years from now, because if he's going to have 2 more fights at 130, 135, and then another one at 140, that's at least a year and a half of work before they can make it happen. And I just don't see what the holdup is. Sign the contract, get the fight happening, and get back in the ring.
As you heard it,
Plain
man.
and simple.
You heard it. That's
Don't
exactly.
don't make me fucking come after you, man. I won't
God,
fucking do
you
that.
calling the motherfucker God? Dang.
And that wraps it up for boxing, man.
That's
There wasn't
it for
again
boxing.
nothing too much, nothing too crazy this weekend.
Yeah,
Not like
slow
some UFC
weekend.
fights, but
Oh man, good ones.
we're gonna jump into current events. Number one,
Current events.
Number one on the. I
Shit
texted you
going
about
down.
this on Saturday that it was gonna happen. Diaz McGregor 2 confirmed for 202.
I like it. You know what? I like
I
it
don't-
as a. Okay, hold on. I like it as a fan. I hate it for Conor because it does shit for him. It doesn't do
No.
anything for him. What are we even fighting at? Are we fighting at 170? Are we fighting at 155? Because both of them are not 170 fighters.
Yeah. Well, I think he has to release get stripped of the title, 145 title. 2 fights at not the weight class.
I think
Not the
you have to,
145
I
weight
think
class?
you at least have to make this fight at 155 because if Conor moves to 155 or let's say
That's what I was gonna say. They haven't announced, or at least I don't know if it's gonna be at 170 again
they haven't as of yet.
as of yet. So it could be at 155. Obviously,
Tomorrow
Diaz-
when you bitches are hearing this, they might have already said. You're like, oh, Mimo, they already said
Yeah.
170.
What
Well,
the fuck you
as
talking
of right
about?
now, they have not.
Yeah, we don't know shit, and we're not claiming we know anything
Nah, I don't
because we
know.
don't know shit at
I
all.
don't even know why. I don't even watch MMA and boxing. It's too
Yeah.
violent for me.
Way too violent. He goes to church on Sundays.
I do go to church
He
on
does go
Sunday.
to church on
For you,
Sunday.
you should go in there once in a while.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to start burning when I walk in, bro. My fucking eyes start popping out.
Well, that only happens to vampires. Everybody knows that.
Again, the one I don't know if it's gonna be at 170. I think it's gonna be at 170. That's what the first scheduled rematch was supposed to be at 170. All the same stipulations. The winner was gonna be on 200, and I don't know. I don't see what Conor can gain on this besides his
I mean, what happens if he ties
his
it?
pride.
Well, what happens if
We're
you?
gonna
Okay,
go for
let's say
three.
if you win, we now we
We're
gotta
gonna go
watch
for
the
three.
third fight.
Nate's gonna want to go for 3. He's gonna want a shot back.
Who's gonna deny him? I mean, you
No.
done beat this fool coming off a 1.5 week notice while you were drinking tequila and having
On a
a
fucking
shitload
boat.
of fun over in Mexico. Come over here, beat this dude in less than 2 rounds, and
Yeah.
now he wants a rematch with the full training camp you're giving Diaz now? Hey, Connor, man,
Come on,
I'm a
man.
fan. I like you, but for sure, you calm the fuck down.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. 202 is still a while away. Who knows? Some shit might fucking happen. He's like, I don't want to go to the Prince conference and just not show up.
No, I think this is done. I think it's going to be a done deal unless somebody gets hurt. But
Yeah.
it's got to be at 155 because if Connor wins, okay, let's say if
Connor
Connor
wins. There's a good argument for fighting at
155,
the 155 champion.
Right.
And
or someone elite. But I mean, there's so many dudes at 155.
or maybe even if Diaz wins again, he's gonna want a shot at the title. He's
Yeah,
like,
why
well, I
not?
haven't fought at 155 in a year now.
How do you see this fight going?
I don't see anything different unless Conor McGregor can use some more kicks, be a little bit more versatile, and conserve his energy. I think Diaz is gonna come and smash him again.
Okay,
It's just me.
I don't know how I see this one going.
It's up in the air. It's
I mean,
definitely-
202 is not that far away, so we'll be talking about that
We'll talk
anyway.
about
That's going to be an 8-hour episode on Conor McGregor.
8 hours.
On his girlfriend D. Devlin.
What's that got to do with
I don't know what to say, man.
All right.
It's a dime piece. Anyway,
I was gonna say the money situation. Okay, so everyone knows they had that big old talk with McGregor versus Mayweather was gonna happen.
yeah.
You know, according to my sources, I have no sources. It was Mayweather offered him $50 million to fight.
I heard
And
that.
he turned
too.
it down, and McGregor turned it down.
Well, you know what?
you fucking think the UFC offered McGregor anything close to $50 million?
Hell no.
So who's the fucking dummy in this fight?
Who?
McGregor. Why would
The
you
dummy
turn
in
down
which fight?
Why would you turn down $50 million
Because, okay,
to fight Diaz when you clear shot you can lose,
right.
clear shot you can get your ass whooped, and obviously you're not gonna make $50 million.
Now, he going to make about 10.
He's gonna make about 10, maybe another 2 out of bonuses, maybe depending on the contract how that works. But he's definitely not making 50.
No.
Not even
nowhere
close.
near.
Not even half.
No.
See, fucking just like always, McGregor shot himself in the fucking foot.
No, but listen, what Connor's doing right now is he keeps talking it up. It's one of those where he's like, why am I gonna down? I'm talking $100 million too. Why am I gonna take a pay cut? That's a pay cut to me.
Yeah.
He's just talking shit right
It's
now.
very delusional.
Because look, Floyd already said the only fighter I'm gonna fight is gonna be Connor. Well, if you're gonna make that fight happen, then you're gonna have to pay him. If Connor wants $100 million to fight, then if Floyd wants to only fight him,
No way, Conor.
But-
I mean, yeah.
that's going to be the only way, though, because all Connor's doing is talking himself into more money. How is Floyd going to be offering that for $50 million when Floyd's last 10 opponents didn't make $50 million combined?
Who the fuck has McGregor fought?
No, but I'm saying that this is coming, not that Connor deserves it,
Oh.
that Connor is the big draw in MMA, and even with that loss, Floyd, he's not even a boxer. And Floyd's saying, this is the only dude I'm going to fight. Well, why not hold out a little bit more, do that holdout thing where you hold out, maybe $65 million will come your way. You know what I mean? But, hey, real quick, there's a dude named Diaz. He's not surprised, motherfuckers.
He's definitely not surprised. He's trying to get that money, so.
You know, it's one of those things. I mean, I don't know, man. The whole fight doesn't even make sense. I mean, the only way you can make this fight is 2 ways. 1, you 4-ounce gloves boxing match. 2, you give Connor 2 leg kicks to start off the fight,
you
just to
get 2
even
leg
it out a
kicks,
little
that's
bit. But, I mean, you're talking about real, I mean, is this fight really, come on, man.
It's happening, and I'm gonna see it. We're gonna be the suckers to buy it anyway. So
Yeah, I'm
who
going
the
to watch
fuck
it.
cares?
I'm going to watch it at his place.
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
He's going to buy it. I'm just going to bring the beer. He's going to buy it.
Even bigger news. Guess
Bigger
who
news.
When I mean bigger, I mean bigger news.
Bigger news. No, I'm saying bigger news.
Brock
This is
Lesnar.
bigger news. Ooh.
Coming back for 200.
Ooh, yeah, for sure.
And guess who?
The
Mark
head
Hunt?
hunter.
You guess Mark Hunt?
No,
Hey,
for sure.
hey, Brock.
Brock, man.
You want to die, bro?
Hey,
you want to die, bro?
Hey, Brock, you want to get that shitty ass fucking tattoo sword knocked out of your chest? Because it's gonna happen.
Man, I texted this on Saturday, and at that point there was no point. Did it cross your mind? Hey, Mark Hunt.
No.
No.
No. You know what I was thinking? Literally.
Why?
Stefan Struve.
Stefan Struve. He's gonna break that man in half.
That fight. I guess Dana wants to kill Brock Lesnar. I mean, if
he can't have him, the WWE can't have him either.
WWE can't have him.
He's gonna kill him in the ring.
I don't know, man.
Is there any chance Brock Lesnar wins this fight?
There's always a chance. It's MMA. There was no chance for me.
There's zero chance.
Okay.
There's 0%.
Did you say the same shit about Bisping?
No.
Yes.
I did not say the same thing about Bisping. No. I said there's a chance. There's a chance that Bisping just comes in and fucking knocks him out. I said that. We both said that. But we also both said that it's probably gonna get another head kick to the face.
Okay, you know what fight I wanted to see?
What?
Brock Lesnar versus Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis.
The Beast.
The Beast, yeah. But he's fighting Roy Nelson.
But that's a fun ass fight because that motherfucker's just a stand up.
Brock Lesnar versus Kimbo Slice. Bring him back to you.
Kimbo Slice.
He died. No, it was Dada died.
Dada
twice.
Brock Lesnar would kill Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, he would. All you'll do is
what if you made a rematch between Brock Lesnar and Randy Couture?
Nah, they're not interesting. I was thinking it's not interesting. I don't care. Randy Couture is a fucking fossil, man. Who fucking cares?
And he's in a bad relationship with the UFC.
Yeah,
all that kind of shit.
Very anti-UFC right now. I was thinking Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir going in for a number 3.
I'm down with that. You know, Frank would love that fight.
Frank's
gonna knock the fuck out. By Mark Hunt. And seriously, they're gonna put the guy who killed Frank Mir in
to kill Brock Lesnar.
God, man. I feel like Brock Lesnar felt like he probably never left UFC the way he wanted to leave. And I feel like after this fight, Brock Lesnar's going to feel like he never left the UFC the way he wanted to leave.
Why didn't I just leave the UFC when I had the chance? Here's my...
How could Brock Lesnar win this fight? Steel cage match? Hell in a Cell?
Brock, special guest referee.
Shawn Michaels? Shawn Michaels
sweet chin music to the face and...
I don't know how he wins.
I don't see any way Brock Lesnar wins this fight.
But can he take Hunt down?
I absolutely think he can take Hunt down.
Well, then he can win the fight.
No, but it's not. He's not going to want to get hit in the fucking face.
Well, how is she going to take him down?
Just try taking Mark Hunt down and say, hey, just don't get in the face. You'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, but this is Brock Lesnar's only game plan or possible outcome. He's not going to out punch Mark Hunt. He's not going to out knock out power Mark Hunt. He's not. Hey, for sure, he's not going to out submit Mark Hunt.
Yeah. Hey, he caught
Shane Carwin. Yeah, but
Shane
Carwin had like 1% in his gas tank. By that point, after 30 seconds of fight,
after he just smashed
his
face in from around.
That was bad.
Come on. Is this a ploy by the UFC?
To get more views?
To get more views. They're like, oh shit, we're not gonna get Conor. We're not gonna get GSP for 200. What else can we do? What else can we do to make sure this is the biggest
pay-per-view of all time?
Yeah, pay-per-view of all time.
But I think so. But is it kind of weird too that Brock Lesnar was on UFC 100 and now he's also doing UFC 200?
I think it was a contract. I think they have to. I think Brock Lesnar did not want to be here. I think he's terrified as shit that he's gonna fight Mark Hunt. I saw him in a recent interview talking about, I still have the fight in me, I still have the drive in me. No, you don't, dude. You don't have the drive. After you got knocked out by Overing and Cain Velasquez.
All right. Yeah. Let me ask you this: why did UFC in those old UFC undisputed games make Brock Lesnar so fucking hard to beat whenever you're playing out against somebody?
Because they always make the guy in the cover the hardest guy.
God, Mike, that was ridiculous, man.
Stupid strong.
That's ridiculous. It's like, for sure I could knock him out. It's been done twice.
Yeah.
But, oh man, I don't like this fight for Brock.
Did you see the interview with Brock they had on ESPN?
No.
Where Brock was stating like his
I read the captions, but I did not watch the video.
His diverticulitis, I can't even say that.
Diverticulitis?
Yeah,
Hey, whatever. For sure learn some English.
Yeah. was the reason he lost all those fights in the UFC and the reason why. Come on.
But I mean,
Do you believe
does
it?
he still have it? And what's
Yeah,
the
he
fuck-
does.
Well, what's the fucking
Yeah, he does.
difference
He
now?
says he just thinks he's. Oh, I feel better now.
Oh, okay.
I'm
well,
better. I took some fucking aspirin. I'm good now.
Hey, real quick, I took Pepto-Bismol last week. My stomach still hurts, but I feel better now.
Yeah. You should
Man.
fight Mark Hunt now.
Shoot, bro. Don't get it.
Come
on, man.
Killer. Easy.
And they moved this fight up to the co-main
Coming in
event.
and just said fuck everyone else.
Hey, Aldo. Hey,
Guy hasn't fought in 2 years, but here, more than 2 years, I would say.
Well,
Here's
since we
co-main
over
event.
him?
Here's co-main event. You're gonna go 5 rounds now.
Oh, it's not 5 rounds.
Which is not. Co-main event doesn't go 5 rounds. I think it
It's
doesn't
only
matter.
main events or championship fights.
It doesn't matter because it's just not going to distance.
It's not going to
It's
distance.
not going to go to distance. So
Hey, is this a 3 round? Is it a 3-minute fight? Because if so, he stands a chance. But if Brock Lesnar takes him down, can he Stipe Miocic him? I keep on saying Stipe. Can he Stipe Miocic him, where he's just going to take him down, kind of wear him out, and just beat the shit out of Mark Hunt?
No,
You don't see it.
I don't see it.
God, that's hard to see, isn't
It's
it?
hard to see. It's
But
hard to
there's
see.
a chance.
There is a chance. All right, don't get me wrong. There is a chance he might take him down. Can he keep him down is another question. Maybe he can. I think he can. But then you start off on your feet the next round, and getting past that fucking Mark Hunt right hand is going to be fucking terrible. And I just don't see him. I don't see him win this fight. I don't see him making him out of the first round.
Ooh, man, I hope Brock Lesnar, though, for my entertainment purposes, brings the shit talk. Kind of like he did against Kane, where he was talking about, I'm gonna drink some Coronas after I eat some tacos and burritos after I whoop you. And then Kane did that to him, and he just beat the shit out of him. They would put that taco through a straw.
Yeah. Fucked him up.
Yeah.
All right. You want to get to the next one?
Yeah. There's big drama that happened.
Always some drama.
Always some drama with some Dana White. You know, it comes with part of the UFC, but it's kind of one of those things that's kind of been mellowed out lately. As far as I think UFC brass or investors kind of telling him, hey man, kind of take a backseat, relax, for sure, relax, fuck.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah. So Ariel Helwani was at the
UFC
199. He reported before the UFC did that Brock Lesnar was going to be fighting
at 200. And
the Diaz Conner, he confirmed the 202 as well. And he ends up getting like somebody come up to him and escorted out, and they told him, Dana White says that you're too fucking negative.
Yeah.
That he wanted him out, and he's like banned for life from UFC.
Well, I mean, he can still report on the UFC, obviously, but
from the
any events, he's not gonna be able to go to.
This is a shame, though, and they need to get that kind of shit under control.
Like
when it comes to Dana, come on, man.
You're gonna punish a man for doing his job that good,
right?
Good. Doing a good job. You're gonna punish him. Of course, he has no affiliation with the UFC. He's his own reporter.
They fired him.
Yeah, they fired him from Fox. And why is this a big deal? Why is Dana White making it a big deal? Why is everything so secret with Dana White?
I mean, does he really think that if he did that to Ariel, then nobody was gonna know?
People
just blasting it out.
People can tell you that fucking Conor lost his fucking foot in a drag racing accident, and Dana White would just deny it. No, I didn't hear anything. I didn't get a fucking phone call. You know what I mean? Like, why is he always denying shit that doesn't make any sense?
They could bring Conor McGregor in a casket to the press conference,
and say, hey, your man's
Dana
dead.
White says that there's still a hint of a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And he still may fight.
He may fight Diaz.
Yeah, this is one of those things, like I said, it just gives a black eye to the sport, black eye to the UFC. It's one of those things, like I said, that's kind of been like Dana White's not as crazy as he used to be as far as his stuff goes.
Which is probably like another sign that they might sell the company. They might.
Yeah, that's the rumors. That's the rumors that this was like investors say, hey, fucking relax, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Come on, man. You got probably the most respected. The reporter, MMA reporter, Ariel Helwani.
Definitely one of the best reporters out there.
Had tons of great interviews. My favorite one, him and Chael Sonnen.
Yeah, shooting shit back and forth.
Yeah, but you know, you can't fire the dude for that, for breaking a story. Who cares? You know, apparently according to Dana,
it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah,
the story's gonna break.
You were gonna announce it 3 minutes later, man. Who cares?
So.
He just heard you talking. Like, he was like, oh shit.
Hey, don't talk so loud, Dana. You fucking loudmouth.
Yeah, it's, you know, but what can you do? Dana's gonna be Dana until they
set it off.
Yeah, until something happens where they probably have to remove him for whatever reason and give him a behind the scenes kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it with current events, man. And we're gonna end it off on a not so positive note.
Not so positive note. Big blow.
I text you. Answer your phone every now and then. I text him. I text him in the middle of the night around 12.
I'm busy.
I text him and I got 12 and I got the news that Muhammad Ali did pass away. Damn, it's crazy, man. He went in earlier this week. Apparently he had some complications, and apparently it was a routine procedure. Everything would be fine. You know, later on in the week we found out that the condition was getting up more severe. And of course Friday night or Saturday morning, it was official that he did pass away due to respiratory problems. It's crazy, man. Muhammad Ali was one of the greatest. The guy, I mean, obviously we didn't grow up during his time, but come on, if you watch boxing, you know his fights. You know about the Thriller of Manila. You know about the Rumble of the Jungle. You know about him and Sonny Liston going at it.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that, man, how impactful Muhammad Ali was to the sport of boxing, not just the sport of boxing, but the world. There was a lot of controversy, with him and his wives and him dodging the draft and all this. But at the end of the day, Muhammad Ali was one of those guys that fought and died defending what he believed in. And that was the biggest thing that that he believed in is fighting for what you believe in, fighting for
a purpose.
For a purpose, you know what I mean? If you feel like something's not right, you have to defend it. You have to stand by that. He could have easily went into the draft and been pretty much a puppet for the next 2 years, doing dude shows for the troops, and that's all fine and dandy. He would have never saw combat at all. But that wasn't the point. The point is he didn't believe in the war. He didn't believe that he should have been there, and he stood by that belief. And they stripped him from his title, and took 4 years out of his in his prime. Came back, still made great impact. He knocked out George Foreman in Rumble of the Jungle. He get his title back. Probably one of the greatest fights ever. Implemented the whole rope-a-dope technique.
Not many people saw how he was gonna beat that dude either.
Yeah,
Foreman was so strong.
Foreman was a monster.
Had briskets for hands, just fucking up people with briskets.
He had Foreman grills as his hands. That's how fucking strong this guy was, and no one saw him win his fight, and he fucking pulled it off. He did take a lot of punishment, but he was there for the whole fight. And it's crazy. It's just crazy how I definitely wouldn't call his last couple of years much living. With the Parkinson's, definitely.
And now they're thinking that the Parkinson's didn't even come from boxing. That there's a theory out there that says that he might have had this regardless whether he boxed or not. But you got to think that something enhanced something.
At least. I mean, it could have definitely been a fault. It could have played zero effect in the picture. But there's plenty of people that get Parkinson's that never been stepped in the ring in their life. It could be just a side effect of it. So. Again, those last couple of years with his Parkinson's, it wasn't much living, and now I guess the fight's over and he can rest in peace now. Yeah,
and speaking of Ali though, he's the guy that revolutionized fighting, and revolutionized at that time. It was probably just boxing.
Yeah.
But he's the one that brought all that shit talking, the spectacle to the sport. Bringing all that, building it up. Building it up. Then obviously you still have that today with Floyd. With Conor McGregor. You saw Tito Ortiz do it years ago. Hector Camacho was kind of like that, where he would talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But that's part of now.
But even then, man, no one did it like.
No one does.
No one ever does it. And it's just crazy how much of an impact one man can do for the sport of boxing and for the world.
Yeah, and not only that, you know, and to see all the impact that he had from boxing, but taken into other sports like MMA and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of similar to the way Bruce Lee impacted so many people.
just a whole bunch of you know, fighters that looked up to him, you know, MMA and boxing, and you know, all sports, all professional sports. You know what I mean? That's something they can, someone they can admire, someone that strive for greatness. You know what I mean? And believed in himself. And it's going to be a big hit for the box community, for the whole community in general, whole world in general. And he will be missed, man.
Yeah, he will be missed.
Champ.
Rest in peace.
Brother.
The best ever, some say.
Best ever will be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, you know, as far as fighters though, boxers, I think the best boxer ever is probably Sugar Ray Robinson. But the best person that had the most impact on boxing.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why you have to rank him the best ever.
Yeah, best
was
ever.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Muhammad Ali was talented. His footwork was amazing, his hand feel was amazing, but
And as a heavyweight.
overall, you know, his technique, his skill, it was more of his impact on the community. You know what I mean? More on his impact on the world,
the boxing community
that left the impact more so than his boxing. You know what I mean?
Right.
That charisma, man. It's something that,
there's something about it
something
that's
that's
attracted you to Ali.
You know, one in a million. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be missed. So rest in peace, champ.
Yep.
And we're gonna end it off there, man. This is the BeatDown podcast, episode 1. I hope you guys
Episode
enjoyed
1.
it. Again, got anything else to say?
Nah. See you bitches next week.
That's right. Next week
We're gonna come out with another one. We're gonna be recording on Mondays.
Next Tuesday.
Recording Mondays, dropping them on Tuesday
Tuesdays.
like a hot tortilla
Yep.
with no mantequilla.
Calm down.
That was really good.
Calm down.
Anyway,
All right.
but
Make
that's
sure to
that
like,
wraps it up.
subscribe, follow us on our YouTube channel, our Instagram page, our Facebook page. We're gonna link to all that in the description.
Yeah,
And,
we'll have all that for you guys. Follow, share it. Share it, please share, subscribe to it, whatever you gotta do, help
grow.
us out.
We're new to this and we're trying to make it big, so
Yeah.
we appreciate your support. Have a good one, guys. We're out.
Later.